Hello, everybody, and welcome to Manga Reflux. Once again, there is no Bleach this week, so we can't do that. So instead, we've got 3 arcs for Naruto to do at once.
Aren't you lucky?
Yeah, indeed. One of them's very short, so we thought we'd include it, and the other 2 are all about Sasuke.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah, I'm 3/4 asleep, by the way, so this is gonna be fun.
Don't worry, all the Sasuke will wake you up.
Yeah.
I don't want it to.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why these are split into 2 different arcs for the Sasuke stuff. I mean, it's looking for Itachi and then finding Itachi. Why is that split up? I don't...
Gotta
whatever.
pat out all the Sasuke, I guess.
Alright, so since Ken knows this a hell of a lot better than the rest of us, I figure Ken should once again be doing the recapping. Is that cool with you, Ken?
Nah, I don't care. Alright. So let's get this started.
Yep. So, starting with the Itachi Pursuit Mission arc.
Okay. So,
Mission.
while everyone in Konoha's doing their Konoha thing, Orochimaru is laid up sick in his bed for whatever reason. Apparently his body's failing him again or something.
Oh,
That
shame.
happens, yeah.
3 years is up, so it's pretty much time for him to start getting ready to switch. And as Kabuto leaves to basically get him more medicine so his body doesn't kill him, Sasuke stabs a gigantic Chidori through the door and stabs through Orochimaru's arms. Guess what time it is? Time to leave. But he has to kill Orochimaru off first before he goes to take on Itachi.
Why does everyone go for the arms when it comes to
I was
Orochimaru?
going to mention that.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, what with hey, I'm going to learn every jutsu thing. He can't use them if he doesn't have arms. Well, most of them. So, it makes a little amount of sense, maybe?
Yeah, I wish
He's already
I could have
bedridden. How many jutsu could he use?
I wish I could have gotten Orochimaru that actually had use of his arms at one point in time. Imagine the stuff he knows.
When he has a heel turn. Supposedly.
He has a turn. Let's not try and define it specifically.
Anyway, Sasuke is like he has nothing left. Yeah, he has nothing more to learn from Orochimaru, which is pretty convenient that he finds he has nothing left to learn from Orochimaru when he's sick and dying.
Yeah, he's kind of bullshitting there, I imagine. Yeah, the man who has been studying ninjutsu for the past 30 years or so, and he imparts everything within a couple of years.
No, he's totally just like, here's some random jutsu I found underneath my bed. I hope this helps.
That was probably the case, actually. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Alright, but Orochimaru, he ain't done just yet, and he reveals his true form. A gigantic snake made up of smaller snakes.
We never saw that coming.
Yeah, well, again, the mythology thing, Yamato no Orochi, it's fucking
Pretty
big snake made
overpowered.
of snakes, yeah.
Yep, so Sasuke just wound up cutting his head off. But that didn't kill him, because he has poison inside of his body that paralyzed Sasuke and let the headless Orochimaru swallow him. This is apparently
When has this ever worked? Swallowing somebody with a sword?
All the time. It has never once failed.
That's kind of a common escape attempt when it comes to snakes, isn't it? Just sort of cut your way out and everything's okay.
Well, apparently
Naruto improvised and kind of exploded his way out, but yeah, it's same thing.
Well, apparently there's another dimension inside of him where the body transfer thing happens. You know, the body thing.
What?
Yeah.
He has another dimension inside of him.
Apparently. I don't know. It's ninja magic, man. Just roll with it.
Okay. Go with it, I guess.
It's ninja magic.
Orochimaru is secretly Mr. Mix-a-Spitlick, then fair enough. That's...
Or Kirby.
Or Kirby. That also works. By the way, DC in-joke for you. Anyone that actually reads that stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, so, but it doesn't work, of course, because Sharingan. Sasuke winds up taking over the dimension with his Sharingan and turns it against Orochimaru. Because
How does that even work?
Because Sharingan.
Because Sharingan basically takes over everything, so all your arguments are invalid automatically.
Every single time.
All your dimension are belong to us with Sharingan. And by the time Kabuto gets back, all he's got is just, Sasuke standing over Orochimaru. And Sasuke...
Kabuto is basically like, okay.
The fuck? I leave for 5 minutes?
Yeah. That would have been my first reaction. So Sasuke pretty much just walks out. Doesn't do anything to Kabuto, just leaves. Yeah, because he doesn't care about Kabuto. Nobody cares.
Oh, nobody cares about Kabuto.
Yeah.
You can kind of see why he went for the whole I'm going to take over the world in Orochimaru's place thing.
Yeah. He wants to be relevant, I guess.
Pay attention to me! Yeah.
So Sasuke's leaving, and he decides to stop by first and get himself some assistance. So he ends up freeing...
Let's introduce new characters, woo!
Yep, this is the start of that. He starts building up his team of freaks and miscreants to help him catch Itachi. He ends up first taking Suigetsu, the water boy, man, thing, guy.
Water
you
boy,
could
man.
Say Aquaman.
Ha ha! Ha ha!
Well, actually,
go die.
He's a teenager, so you can call him Aqualad, I guess.
You could, yes. You could call him Aqualad. I forgot what his name is already, shit.
Suigetsu?
No, the actual Aqualad. Either of them.
Calder?
That's not his name? I thought Aqualad was actually his name.
First name Aqua, last name Lad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway. Suigetsu threatens Sasuke. Sasuke just, whatever, dude. You want to come with me? And he's like, alright, can we stop somewhere first? So they end up going to the Land of Waves, and they end up taking Zabuza's sword from his grave, because, nobody touched it in, 3 years.
Yeah.
It's rusted, apparently.
I mean, it's a pretty famous sword. You'd think someone walking by maybe... No?
Whoa, look at that big-ass sword. It's just sitting here for me to take? Alright.
I feel like the question...
No, it's famous. That's a lot of metal you can just burn or melt down and use.
Zero?
Bruh, that sword, though. How many ordinary people can lift it? That's the real question.
Oh, it's not that heavy.
Lifting it isn't the problem, swinging it is.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's you actually using it as a weapon for most people, especially in the Land of the Waves,
Listen, dude, if I come across fucking Zabuza's sword in the middle of nowhere and I can lift it and take it with me, I'm going to learn how to swing it.
Dude, I cannot refute that because I do the exact same thing. But you have to realize there's this thing called plot convenience. So...
It's true.
Yeah, that's kind of a fake brick plot element, I suppose you could call it. It's not... It doesn't really make sense, but the author pretended it does for the sake of having something that he could actually use again.
Yep.
You can argue how well it actually works.
So anyway, they grab Zabuza's sword and they move along to pick up the most important kunoichi in history. Karen.
We didn't really need another Sakura, but, that's okay.
She's like Sakura, but with bite marks all over her.
Kinky.
I was
a little kinky.
Yeah.
It's also creepy.
And she's super into Sasuke. Go figure.
Shocker.
Is there any girl that's not super into Sasuke?
Apparently
Hinata.
Okay, Hinata, you're still best girl.
No, she's not.
Be quiet. I'm half asleep. I was 3/4 asleep. I'm half asleep now.
Don't make Slicer attack you, Casey.
You laugh, Slicer.
Yeah,
you were thinking about it.
Yeah, it's why he's laughing.
Oh, you know, I contemplate casual murder all the time.
We know. We've heard your dear stories.
Next time he hunts, he's gonna pretend that deer is Casey. What did you say about Hinata?
What, so I can miss it 4 times?
I feel honored. Honestly, I do.
Next time, Hunter's going to... Or Slicer's... I can't talk.
Zero's a little bit out of it.
Yeah. Alright, so they pick up Sakura with glasses, and they move on to the next place. They pick up the murderous psychopath, Jugo, who's huge and has orange hair.
Huge.
Compared to the rest of them, I'd say he's huge.
As far as this series goes, yeah, pretty much.
Everybody loves Jugo. Remember when Jugo was super important?
No.
Jugo was super important? When did that happen?
I'm just kidding.
I didn't get it.
Jugo was never...
That's your fault, Zero. You suck.
It's called sarcasm or something.
So anyway, Jugo is half insane because of his bloodline that
only half.
About. Yeah. The other part of him doesn't want to kill and murder everyone that comes in his path. Go figure. He's really actually a nice guy. He's a cool guy. And he's apparently the source of the cursed seal. Which is weird.
Yeah. A little bit. I mean...
I feel like there had to be some origin to it. I mean, why not Jugo?
Midichlorians. It was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes midichlorians isn't as bad. I mean, it wasn't some mystical element or anything that brought some mystique to the setting. It was just a thing. It was a plot device, and knowing where it came from doesn't hurt anything particularly.
Mm. Yeah, what he said.
Alright, so the team is assembled. They have Sasuke, the sauce.
Sasuke, the everything that does anything in the team.
They have Corinne, Sakura with glasses. And
who, being Sakura with glasses, is basically doing nothing.
She does a better job of healing than Sakura.
So at this point in the story, yes.
Yeah, at this point.
They have Suigetsu, the watery sword boy.
Does he ever actually do anything?
No.
Not really.
He gets Kubikira Bocho broken a bunch.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that where we learn it's actually canon that it can repair itself with blood or something?
Yeah, like way after this.
Okay, so he didn't know that you could do that.
He knew it, but he never actually cut anybody to do it.
Oh,
when he was being
that's
broken.
Really kind of pathetic.
It is.
It is, isn't it?
Mm.
And we have
He's kind of hyped up to be the big apprentice of a bunch of people, and
never
or
did
something
jack.
like that.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's like you made a team. Cooler. It's like you made a team just so Sasuke could do everything and look like he was a big cool guy.
Sasuke just didn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might actually be the canon reason, which makes me mad that you said it. So now that we know that might be the canon reason.
He didn't just want to kill Itachi, he wanted to kill his loneliness.
Oh, God.
This
like one of Sakura's fanfics.
I was about to say...
Actually, I think that was the line that Naruto actually said at the ending, but, you know...
I was about to say, it sounds like it's the start of a C-rate fan fiction.
No, it sounds like any scene with Sasuke and Naruto in it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty damn sure that Naruto at one point says he wants to kill their loneliness together or something.
That's okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a...
And we have Jugo, you were saying, Ken.
Yeah, Jugo, homicidal guy that can transform his body into stuff to punch it hard.
Does he do anything significant?
He goes crazy and makes Sasuke look awesome because he has to suppress him or something.
Well, when they were fighting Killer Bee, he kind of kept Sasuke from dying.
Oh.
So.
I hate this guy.
That's pretty much the only thing he's ever done of value in this series.
Pretty much.
So it was really worthwhile putting together this team.
He was the first one to use lasers.
Oh yeah, he did have those laser things. Too bad he only did it once.
Lasers was storm release, was it?
No, he didn't. No, it wasn't really lasers. It was just he shot chakra out of exhaust things on his back.
Huh.
So they were lasers by another name, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Anyway, back at home, they somehow learn that Sasuke killed Orochimaru, and he's gone from sound.
And then they come to the brilliant conclusion after deliberation that because of his desire for revenge, it must drive him to kill Itachi. Genius. And so they decide, hey, you know what? We should find Itachi, because Sasuke's going to go and find Itachi, so if we find him first, find Sasuke.
Yeah, all these squares make a circle.
Genius.
It's sound logic, it's just simple logic.
Yeah. Well, what did you expect from the B team of the B plot?
Like, what if you find Itachi and Sasuke's, like, nowhere to be found? And you're just like, hey, Itachi, your brother's looking for you, and then...
Yeah, finding Itachi is probably not the smartest course of action unless you absolutely know that someone's going to be there trying to stop him.
I mean, otherwise it's just going to be like, what the heck do you want? And it'll probably try to kill you.
Yeah.
Or fuck your mind again, because that worked out the first time.
Which is
he does that a lot.
Yeah. I feel like...
Well, it's effective. You can't deny it's effective.
I feel like it's a pastime of his.
So, Team 7 hooks up with Team 8, which is Team Kurenai, the tracking team. Only there's no Kurenai because she's kind of pregnant at this point, so, yeah.
She's kind of, a little. Yeah.
Oh, right, this was after Asuma died.
Yep.
Yay. So, her entire ninja career is now dead?
Pretty much.
She never actually gets back into the field, does she? She's just retired forever.
Nope, she has to be a stay-at-home mom because, kid.
Screw
That's
babysitters.
how it works, apparently. Yeah. Also begs the question of, oh wait, no. Sarutobi, it's going to be, like, clan and stuff, so it'd be taken care of. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Sort of. Anyway, why was this important that they're tracking something?
They really had no other way of looking for Itachi.
Oh.
They needed someone to actually find him.
So they got 3 Chunin trackers, and not, say, for example, a Jonin that specialized in tracking...
Shush! Alright?
Don't think about actual things.
Shino needed... Alright, you're taking away one of the few times Shino's actually on screen, alright? Don't do that.
Right, okay, sorry. I forgot there are like 20 ninja in the entirety of Konoha's forces. That's fine, I apologize. Okay. So what are 30% of Konoha's military forces doing at the moment?
Holiday?
No, the team that's going.
No, the Itachi Kenshi.
Alright, they're going after Itachi. And while they're going after Itachi, Data and Toby want either Kakashi or Naruto to get him back for ripping his arms off, or they want Sasuke because everyone wants Sasuke.
Pretty much.
You have to say it like that.
Yes,
hey,
that is exactly how he had to say it.
I did have to say it like that. Don't be mad because it's the truth. It's
not the truth.
It's a bitter pill to swallow, but you have to. We all do. All right.
Wait. Holy shit, everyone does want Sasuke. I just thought it through.
Yeah.
Every single character in this series wants Sasuke for some reason or another.
Not every single character.
Name one.
Hinata.
Yeah.
Well, she's on the team searching for him, so apparently she wants him in this instance.
Yeah. For Naruto's sake, she does want him, so...
Fair enough.
You still trying?
Don't hurt yourself.
Koromaru! No, wait.
That's Tsume's dog, right?
Yeah.
He probably wants to kill Sasuke, in which case he wants him.
Yeah. Eventually, anyway.
Anyway, while Zero hurts himself trying to think of a character that doesn't want Sasuke.
Yep.
Kabuto shows up while they're searching for him.
I got one. Here's a character that doesn't want Sasuke. You ready? Sasuke.
Wow, that's dark. Okay. Sure.
I don't quite know how to respond to that. I'm not entirely sure I should count it, but I don't care anymore, so we're going to move on.
Alright. Kabuto shows up, and while he's apparently took in the remains of Orochimaru's corpse, whatever was left of it, because he's a doctor, and he can do that to himself because he's apparently.
This is not the first time that has been used as a blanket excuse. This is not how doctory works.
Yeah, well, Orochimaru did experiment with exactly that.
Fair enough.
You know, taking parts of people and putting them into other people, Yamato, for example, and stuff. So it makes some amount of sense that Kabuto would know something about that.
Now, I remember that I didn't have a problem with this at the time, because I thought that Kabuto had potential as a really good villain. I just didn't think he'd turn into like a copycat of every villain that had ever come before him. So I had hope.
Every villain?
Most of them. A lot of them.
Okay.
So when this originally happened, I kind of had hope that maybe Kabuto was going to actually do something neat with it. No, he didn't.
Nope.
Makes me sad.
We believed in you, Kabuto. We did.
Did we?
No,
I kind of did. I mean, I didn't like him, but I thought he could have been a good villain.
He could have. Like, there was some potential there.
Yeah. But anyway.
If you say so.
Have to move along from what couldn't have been. Data and Toby wind up finding Sasuke because Data is awesome like that.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to talk to him at all, he just tries to blow him up because that's what Tatara does.
Yeah.
It's kind of his thing.
Art is a blast.
Little did they know that Sasuke had his hidden shadow snake hands technique.
Oh god, this is that fight, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh god. Yeah. This is... Yeah. Sasuke didn't play Pokemon and all that stuff, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Toby pretty much leaves immediately because he's goofy and he's wacky and he's scared of Sasuke despite being an Akatsuki. So he runs.
I found out recently that Toby is not in fact Obito. I did not know that.
What?
No, Toby was sort of a plant thing dude that basically latched onto Obito and then left him in the war arc to take over Yamato or something. And then when everyone gets released from the tree, he dies, and Yamato's the only person to see it, I think. That's what the wiki said, anyway.
I'm very confused, and I'll have to check that later.
Yeah. They were apparently separate beings that combined for a while and then separated again.
Righty.
Alright, so Obito's now a Power Rangers villain. Sweet.
Yep.
At least he didn't get bigger. Like my mom.
That's what I was gonna say.
Fusion Ha and all that shit. Fucking Dragon Ball.
Yeah, so basically the entire summary for this Datara fight anyway is Datara throws bombs at Sasuke. Sasuke apparently diffuses them with Chidori stuff. Because...
lightning beats Earth.
Yeah. That's the way it goes.
Also explosions. Hitting explosives with lightning apparently stops them from...
Yeah, by the way, that is not how this works. For any of you looking to go into bomb defusing as your career of choice, don't do that.
If you find yourself with lightning powers, don't go into bomb defusing. That's
all.
A bad idea.
Also, don't get into cars.
However, if you find yourself with the power to grow hair on every surface, bomb defusing might be just for you.
Yeah, because all that hair will jam up the bomb systems.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I think Slicer and I are both thinking that's entirely bullshit, but whatever.
So anyway, it's basically just...
bullshit fight, yeah.
It's basically just 3 chapters of Sasuke countering everything that Datara does.
Because screw you, Datara was awesome earlier, so he must utterly fail against Sasuke.
Yeah. He was showed to have some level of competency, so now it needs to disappear in the face of Sasuke.
Yeah.
This was probably one of the big warning signs that this was all going to go to shit around about now. I mean, Ken said previously, I'm pretty sure his entire profile is largely based around this, is that Sasuke was okay after the betrayal. He was okay when he was working for Orochimaru, despite the shitty outfit. And he was okay up to fighting Itachi, and then things sort of all went to shit.
Yeah.
This was probably the fight that maybe threw out some warning signs of, hey, this story is starting to kind of be about how awesome Sasuke is and everything else is falling to the wayside. Yeah, so.
Alright. And the way this ended, pretty much, was Datara went pretty much batshit insane, that no matter what he did, Sasuke could counter it with his lightning and stuff. And his Sharingan pissed him off because Itachi always looked down on him with his Sharingan, apparently. So, he turned himself into a bomb, gigantic nuclear bomb thing. And tried...
Actually nuclear, or just,
Just gigantic bomb.
Okay.
It'd be cool if it was nuclear, though. Sasuke dealing with radiation poisoning?
You know those...
Nuclear.
Whatever.
You know those mouths in Datara's hands? Well, he has... Yeah, he has one in his chest. That's his death trigger. He puts clay in that, or whatever the hell he did. It will turn him into a bomb. It's bigger than any other bomb. And it will kill everything. Only, it didn't kill everything in this case, because Sasuke summoned the gigantic death snake Manga, Orochimaru's summon, as a shield.
It's a really shitty use of a summon, by the way.
It's a bomb. I might as well summon a giant snake as a shield.
Yeah, I mean, it's Mando we're talking about. The guy who demands, hundreds of sacrifices for every summoning, so it's slightly more understandable, but still, you shouldn't use your friends as shields.
Yeah, well, it's not entirely clear whether they can actually die.
Yeah, that's pretty vague.
Oh, Manda's dead. He's super dead after this.
Oh. Well. Okay, then.
Yeah. So he gets to actually fucking gets on Sasuke for animal cruelty after this fight.
Wow.
Well, gotta appease Peter somehow.
I don't think Japan cares about that.
Yeah.
All right, and So we will cut away from this for the moment because over to the Jiraiya thing, because that's what Casey do.
No, we're not doing the Jiraiya thing in the middle of this because what's the point? It's just moving from one story to another and then back again.
All right.
May as well just keep with the Sasuke stuff.
All right, that's what I was trying to tell you, but you didn't want to do it.
Well, that's what it's in order saying it's the Itachi pursuit, and then it's Jiraiya the Gallant, and then it's the fight, and that's weird. That's what I was saying.
All right, whatever. I'm wrong. Whatever. Let's continue.
Yeah. For consistency's sake, because the next arc after this will be the pain arc, which makes sense.
Okay. So, even after the gigantic big-ass explosion, Team Naruto, with 8 people and a dog, still can't find Sasuke. He got away.
Dang.
Because he has friends that run away for him.
Gosh darn it. It's like he has some sort of superpower to evade all our tracking ninjas. Oh wait, it's like we don't have any professional tracking ninjas.
It's almost like he has skills in deception and deceit and trickery. Man, that's... What a terrible ninja he is.
It's so dishonorable.
That's what you get when you send in the JV troops.
Yeah, so... They lose Sasuke and stuff.
And Naruto comes across Itachi's clone.
Oh, this... Yeah, okay.
And Itachi...
I used this plot device.
Yeah. Itachi wants to talk, but Naruto needs to catch Itachi, so he tries to fight, and that doesn't go well at all, because he can't do genjutsu, and Itachi can.
Yeah. Kind of a dumb fight to pick. And also, you'd think someone would have picked up on that weakness and said, hey, we need to do something about this. But I guess not.
You'd think, but no.
Hey, Naruto, what's your super big weakness? Oh, it's genjutsu. You know we're going to go find Itachi, who kind of like,
that's
genjutsu.
His whole thing.
It's kind of what he specializes in.
I mean, literally the first word out of his mouth at the beginning of almost every encounter has been Tsukuyomi. You'd think... Maybe we'd pick up on that this would be a bad idea. But no, you're cool. Let's just get this over with. Then we can go home and maybe you'll be dead and we won't have to deal with you again. Anyway.
Yeah.
Not that I'm suggesting that the entirety of the cast is pissed and fed up with Naruto's bullshit and just wants to get rid of him so that they can get on with their lives, but...
No, that's just Casey.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah. Alright. So... Inside the Genji, they just have a nice talk. Itachi asks Naruto why he cares about Sasuke so much. And Naruto...
Good question.
Yeah. To which Naruto answers astutely, he's like a brother to him. And
bad answer.
It is. It really is. Surprised Itachi didn't just kill him on the spot.
Well... Considering his attitude on brotherly relationships, he probably thinks it's absolutely accurate, so,
That's a fair point.
So anyway, the Genjutsu ends, and Itachi leaves, letting Naruto know he's letting you borrow a bit of his power. No one knew what the fuck that meant until later, when it was revealed that he made Naruto swallow a clone with a Sharingan in it.
A crow, not a clone.
I said crow. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
You said clone.
All right, crow with a
crow.
I'm not rolling my R's. I'm not Hispanic. I don't do that.
I can't do it.
You don't have to be Hispanic to do that.
Or Irish. Or Scottish.
Do Irish people do that?
I don't know. One of them.
I think Scottish people do kind of do that sometimes.
Well, Scottish then. One of them does.
It's Scottish, you're thinking of. Or no, Irish. It's Irish and Scottish. They both do it a little bit.
Anyways,
moving on.
Crow thing.
Crow with a Sharingan as Itachi's contingency plan. On the flip side, another Itachi clone ran into Sasuke.
Yay. Well, actually, yay, because we can finally get this conflict over and done with, and we don't have to deal with Sasuke's bitchiness anymore.
Yeah.
Once this is over, one way or another. So, know.
So Itachi's clone is like, come meet me here, bro. Let's finish this. And Sasuke's like, yeah, let's do this. all calm and stuff. And he winds up going to wherever the Uchiha hideout is to go settle that shit. And the last thing that happens in this arc, or this part of it at least, is that, well, Toby winds up fighting the entire team by himself to buy Sasuke the time to get to where he needs to go. Because plans and schemes and underlying plot and stuff.
Yeah.
And they can't touch him. Just the entire.
We really got to show off how awesome the Sharingan is. We haven't done that in like 2 chapters, so we need to do that.
Mm. Oh, also, to clarify, this is actually Toby and not Obito at this point.
Tobito.
Yeah. I think. Or they joined at this point. I don't remember. It was confusing, but that's Naruto at this point, generally.
I still don't even know half of what the fuck you're talking about. I still got to look at that shit later and get some background on that.
Yeah.
What happens when you twist your plot up?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, let's get to the more important thing, cooler thing. Dry versus Pain.
What? We're still in the Itachi thing. We haven't done the Itachi thing. We're doing the Itachi.
We're going to do that whole fight? Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Let's get it out of the way. The whole Sasuke thing needs to be gotten out of the way so we can move on.
Alright, fine. Sasuke gets to the hideout, and both of them start fighting. Violently.
Fight.
And then they stop, because Itachi has to explain all this stuff to Sasuke. About the Sharingan and the Uchiha clan. You know, for him and the viewers.
And so we can all understand that there is yet another power-up for the Sharingan.
Yes. So anyway.
We totally needed another one of those.
Yep. And he reveals, in all of his splendor, that the man who helped him kill the entire clan was none other than Madara Uchiha.
Yeah. Oh, I never saw it coming.
Because he'd never been named before. I don't know why we're singing. Why are we singing?
Why are you singing?
Why are you singing?
Zero was singing.
I just had a slightly musical tone to my voice. I wasn't singing.
Anyway.
He gives that whole song and dance, and also reveals the cooler thing, that the Mangekyo Sharingan makes you blind.
That was a good weakness.
It was.
It's unfortunate that they immediately told us what the power-up to get past it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking the other dude's eyes and fucking putting his Sharingan in. Fixes it all.
Did they like fuse the eyes, or did they just replace them, or how does that work exactly?
I believe it's just replacing them.
Yeah, you just replace the eyes, and then it's like combining the two very similar DNA so that you get the pattern overlapping each other from the different eyes and stuff.
Alright. Sure.
Yeah. It's confusing. Let's not get into the medicine of fucking Naruto of all things. Jesus Christ. That's a rabbit hole.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so as the fight continues, Itachi holds him down and rips his eyes out, but it's a genjutsu. So it didn't happen.
Dang.
And they start throwing jutsu back and forth. Sasuke uses a fireball against Itachi's Amaterasu, which is a great idea. Let's use this regular fire against black fire that burns for 7 days.
It's like using a squirt gun against a water hose.
And is hotter than the sun. Yeah. That was a thing.
Really?
That's not physically possible, but okay.
It's really not.
Okay, manga. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the writer rolled a 1 on his law science check or something. I don't know. Why am I making D&D jokes? I don't know. Zero is literally the only person in this podcast that would get them.
Pretty much.
It wasn't that funny anyway.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that funny. Anyway, so they're fighting and stuff, and it's...
Yeah, the Amaterasu ends up burning Sasuke to a crisp, but then he does the Orochimaru body escape thing, where basically like sheds his own skin like a snake to escape. And then he uses what the fuck is it called? The gigantic lightning, the Kirin. Huge.
Be gone with the thunderclap. That was a cool line, by the way. I like that line. Again, Yuri Lowenthal, you're awesome.
And
actually managed to make Sasuke sound badass for a second. That's impressive.
It is.
Blows up the entire fucking hideout in the mountain it's on. And none of them are dead because Itachi has a trump card. A third Sharingan technique.
Yeah. Once again, we needed more of those.
And he shows off he shows off his gigantic chakra samurai armor ghost thing.
Oh god, that stupid ninja power-up is literally a samurai.
The most honorable of ninjas.
And to clarify, this was basically the technique to beat all techniques for a long time.
Pretty much, yeah.
This was the nearly unbeatable technique until, like, 4 or 5 arcs from now.
Yeah.
And it's a samurai.
It's
fucking Christ. Okay. So, yeah. Susanoo and stuff.
And Sasuke has no chakra left, which is just what the curse seal wanted, because giant snakes start coming out of it, and it's Orochimaru, who's not quite dead yet, or ever.
Again, Yamato no Orochi, etc.
Giant
stuff. Mythology gag.
Giant 8-tailed snake, or giant 8-headed snake. And Itachi kills them all, and seals Orochimaru inside of some jar thing. So he kills him again.
In a way that would make it imply that he's not coming back because his soul is trapped forever. But it's not.
The piece of it that was in the curse seal was basically the implication.
There's a piece of Orochimaru in all of us.
Basically. Isn't that the tale? Like, it's the moral of the story?
Did you really just do the Orochimaru laugh in deadpan?
Yeah, I literally can't do it, so yeah. I don't know how you would manage to actually make that sound like a laugh.
I don't know. Be Japanese?
Well, they somehow manage it with all the weird fucking laughs in One Piece. By the way, cool concept in that show, that every single character has a different laugh. It got really weird at some point. One Piece is great. Why aren't we recapping that? Oh, right, because...
Slicer doesn't want to read it.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Oh, well.
Alright.
You lost.
So, Itachi's knocked back everything Sasuke's got, even stuff that was against his will, and he's all badass and invincible. Only one thing's the problem. He's dying.
Because that's what you do with really powerful characters. Oh, they got a terminal disease. He's
apparently. This is the second one, isn't it?
Yeah, Kimimaro first. I mean, he was badass. No one could beat him. Then he just dies before he can kill off the person he's fighting. And then Itachi does.
Admittedly, I kind of like that because Itachi had been hyped up for so long that like no one could beat him and stuff, and then literally no one could beat him.
Yeah, that's true. I do like that, yeah. Keeping things consistent.
Yeah.
For once.
So, I mean, he basically beat Sasuke and Orochimaru at the same time in this fight, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Why did we get stuck with the lame little brother?
I don't know.
Oh well.
Hey. Sasuke's cool.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No. He has very brief, occasional moments. And that's about it.
Sasuke is like the coolest character. I mean, he's got so much depth and tragic backstory.
Yeah, he's tragic and stoic, and
he's like, yeah.
And he dresses like a pirate.
What I got from Zero there was him trying desperately not to call him a bastard. Tragic backstory. Yeah,
there you go.
That's what I got from that. Don't worry, Zero. We all feel that. Natural.
It's true.
I mean, there was a phase where he dressed like Captain Jack Sparrow. I mean, there's something there.
What is exactly there? Please inform me.
It's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all you need to know about.
That wonderful, indefinable je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but totally.
It literally means I don't know what.
Well, that makes sense. So, yeah.
So Itachi's dying.
Yeah, Itachi's dying, and he taps Sasuke in the face, giving his little childhood thing that he used to say to him to pick on him sometimes when he didn't have time for him. And it's a little callback, and then he dies.
It'd be a nice callback if we actually saw any of that at the beginning of the series.
Yeah, he's dead, and Sasuke's happy because Itachi died, and then he blacked the fuck out because he got his ass whooped. And that's what happens when you get beat up. You black out.
Yeah. So that's pretty much that. I mean, do we want to go into the little bit where quote unquote Madara explains Itachi's plan?
Do you want to?
Is that technically part of this arc or not?
Yeah, it's still in here.
Okay, we'll do that. We should probably get all this out of the way and wrap it up.
Yeah, okay. So,
neatly.
Anyway, Toby's still fighting 8-man squad and beating their asses because they can't touch him. And then he just suddenly up and leaves because he hears from Zetsu that Sasuke won, technically. So he goes and gets him. Like, literally just teleports there, grabs him, and leaves. And everyone else shows up way too late.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, what a shame, because they could all just show up and kill him immediately. So many problems would have been solved, but never mind. And Toby goes over the plan and stuff that Itachi had, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try and sum up Itachi's plan.
Please.
In its entirety, from start to finish. So Itachi was being pressured on both sides of both the Leaf and the Uchiha clan. One wanted him to help them rebel, and the other one wanted him to... For the sake of simplicity, we'll just say they wanted Itachi to wipe out the Uchiha clan. So he goes to quote-unquote Madara and says, hey, I need some help killing all of my family members except my little brother for reasons. So you go kill all the children because I don't want to do that, and I'm going to go kill my parents. Cool? Cool. Okay. And so he does that, kills his parents and stuff, and then says to Sasuke, you suck, I hate you, and I wanted to kill our family because they were all weak and pathetic, and you are even more weak and pathetic, so I'm going to let you live. Okay, bye now. Oh yeah, and I'm going to torture you for like 3 days in your own mind. Okay, that's cool. See ya. Right. Then, like a few years later, he comes back, and after Sasuke's been almost taken over by Orochimaru, he shows up and tortures him some more. Because
he's not screwed up enough, I guess.
Hey, don't forget about me. I'm the guy that killed your family.
Yeah, and
I'm still relevant.
After you've had a near mental break. And then Sasuke has a mental break, naturally. And then 3 years later, Itachi shows up again specifically so he can kill the piece of Orochimaru that is now in Sasuke for some reason, even though he didn't want to do that before for some other reason, even though he absolutely could have. And then he had Sasuke not kill him somehow. Itachi's plan really made no sense.
It was the most brilliant of plans because it was such a twist.
I wonder if he was like going a little loopy from like pain medicine or
Sharingan insanity.
What if that was true? What if he was on like Advil or something? Or, like it's like, okay, I need to get more hardcore pain meds. And then once he's got them all, he's like, okay, man, I got like the best idea, man.
I'm just gonna take a fistful of these things, and then we're just gonna ride it out. Okay?
We'll improvise, man. We'll do whatever. Like, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
3 days later, he wakes up from his drug-induced haze and asks what happened. Hey, what happened?
What?
Kisame,
what did we do?
Sasuke? I what?
Oh man!
I touched him again. Oh God! Damn it! Oh.
I guess I have to roll with it now. Like, you can't really take it back after that.
All part of the plan.
I mean, what am I going to say? Oops, sorry, I was on drugs. You think he's going to buy that?
So that was Itachi's plan.
Essentially.
It was so great.
Plan.
It's great now that we put that spin on it. I like it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like walks up to Sasuke. Oh, Sasuke, I hate you, man. You're like so bad. I really love you, but you're really bad.
So I'm gonna. So I love you, man, but you suck.
I love you,
Tsukuyomi.
man. You're horrible. Tsukuyomi.
Oh.
He keeps pronouncing it wrong, so it doesn't activate.
Tsukinomi.
Tsukinomi. Oh shit!
Tell me, Suki.
Kisame, how does this go?
What were we talking about?
Kisame's a seeing eye shark.
This got really weird really fast.
Kisame, which way is Sasuke? I can't see. You're holding him, Itachi. Oh,
wait, which way do I cast my Tsukuyomi? Is it that way? Or that way?
No, when he showed up at Naruto's like hotel room, they opened the door. He's like, "Come with me, Sasuke." Kisame's like, "That's not Sasuke. That's not."
For the fourth time today, that's not Sasuke.
Sasuke, I've come to do things.
To you.
I need an adult. I am an adult.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to animate this, I think it would really be spectacular.
One day.
Yeah. So that was the epic tale of Sasuke and Itachi and stuff. And now Sasuke's evil because reasons. Yeah. That's basically it.
Pretty much.
And now we have the tale of Jiraiya the Gallant to lead into an arc for next week.
Yes. Okay. So, Jiraiya tells Tsunade that he's going to personally get some information in the place that's most suspicious in the ninja world. Amegakure, the rain village.
Because that constant rain is just really suspicious.
Yeah. So he winds up getting in and is immediately found out because pain controls the rain. And anything in the rain, he can sense. Great plan. Of course,
so you're saying he's Rain Man?
Pretty much.
He's Rain Man.
I just realized that most of our audience are probably like under 20 and thus don't know what Rain Man is.
I don't. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, you're sad.
Are you serious?
You don't. Yeah. He's from Iowa.
I've heard the reference before, but I don't know what it's from, so nope.
The film Rain Man, surprisingly enough.
All right.
God, you need Netflix.
Yeah.
I have Netflix. I just don't have the connection to use it.
All right. So anyway, he ends up finding out while he's in there, at least in Amigakure, that the place isn't run by the guy that kicked his teammates' asses like 30 years ago anymore. That guy's...
I'm just going to stop you for 1 second. Amigakure.
Amigakure.
Thank you.
I'm just going to call it
Amigakure.
I'm American, all right?
Omega curry.
Omega
the hottest curry in the world.
I'm just gonna call it Ame to avoid any of that.
Yeah, okay. You do that.
Sure.
Yeah. Hanzo, the guy that kicked the Sanin's asses 30 years ago, that ran the village, he's dead. Because Pain murdered his ass.
He's pretty super dead, yeah.
Yeah. Murdered him and everyone connected to him in any way. Even his fucking gardener. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much how a coup works. So, can't really fault him that much.
And Pain winds up sending Conan to go fight Jiraiya first. And she shows off her origami stuff.
Yeah, she's a paper lady.
Yep. Paper lady.
Sorry, she's a paper girl.
Paper girl. I can't think of it.
Do you think she actually delivers papers? Just to follow through on the name.
Has a paper route. Wakes up early in the morning. Yes, boss, I'm out to do my paper route.
I don't think titles work like that.
They should. They really should. Anyway, my pointless deviation aside.
Yeah, Jiraiya ends up neutralizing her with oil so that her paper is all sticky and stuff and not
gross. Yeah.
And she can't use it.
You're not gonna light the oil on fire. Oh, that would be horrible.
It would.
That would probably kill everyone, including him. I mean, it's paper and oil. That's lots of flammable substances all coming together at once. That sounds like a bad idea.
Sorry.
Well, it sounds like a good idea. It's not when he's anywhere near it.
Yeah.
So Pain shows up and saves her. And Jiraiya has a ghost flashback because the main Pain body, the Deva Pain, looks exactly like one of his old students.
The main Pain.
The main Pain. In the membrane.
Sounds like a wrestler.
Drives the ninja world insane.
Bringing the pain train.
With his fixation on pain. All up in the rain.
How lame.
Ken, you're such a fucking stain. Okay.
Enough inane antics.
Oh, let's stop.
Right.
Yeah, let's stop that, yes.
Okay, so Jiraiya reveals about his little history with the three of them, Yahiko, the Deva Pain body, Nagato, and Conan trained them, and he left them. And that's been
pronunciations.
I don't care how to say their names. I'm English. What it looks like,
no, you're not.
I'm American. What it looks like is how it's pronounced. All right. That's how it works in America.
Proceed.
So anyway, Pain, since Jiraiya's going to die anyway, according to Pain, he tells them his reasoning behind the whole Akatsuki plan. To take all the tailed beasts and make one gigantic forbidden jutsu that would wipe away entire nations in one shot, so that the world could mature according to the pain that they felt from all the deaths and violence and develop a distaste for fighting. And then end all.
Do you get the allegory? Do you get it? Huh? Do you get it? It's nuclear weapons. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Get what?
Do you get it?
No.
Has nuclear deterrence ever worked? I mean, ever?
All the time.
It just made everyone scared. That's pretty much all it did.
Yeah.
So anyway, one of the Pains starts summoning a bunch of shit to attack Jiraiya. It's like a big-ass crab and a 3-headed dog and a rhino and a bird with 3 legs and a drill beak. Weird shit.
Yeah. He got the special animal summon contract. The one that, got a little bit too close to family members, and the children grew a couple more appendages than they really should. Such. Yeah.
The power plant contract.
Yeah. Jiraiya summons one of his other toads that isn't Gamabunta to help him fight back. But he still can't defeat this powerful foe, so he ends up using Sage Mode and summoning the Ma and Pa toads. I'm not going to say their names because I'm going to butcher them.
I don't even remember them, so I won't actually help you.
Fukusaku and
Fukasku and Shima.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I don't fucking remember. I'd have to look at spellings.
Yeah, so. Jiraiya's in Sage Mode now, and he's super strong. So strong that he kicks one of the Pains in the face and blinds it. But that doesn't really do anything, because they all share the same field of vision.
Yeah.
And would that be really confusing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so does that mean he just like, if you have the Rinnegan and you're using the path bodies, and one of them is, does that mean there's like 6 different views in your head at all times, like 6 screens in your brain?
Yes.
Basically. As someone who can tell you something a little bit how that feels. Okay. Zero's not going to get this. You know when you drink?
Yeah, what about it?
And your vision starts to get a little bit wonky, and it starts to look like there's double vision and that sort of thing? Yes?
I've never gone that hard before.
Okay, then you won't get it either. That's unfortunate. There's this thing called nystagmus, which basically means your eyes will wobble, and thus you won't be seeing properly with your 2 eyes as you should to get proper depth perception. That's basically how my eyes are all the time. It looks really fucking weird. And then multiply that by 6.
Huh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I imagine this would take a hell of a lot of getting used to.
Yeah.
In fairness, he's probably had, 10 years? More?
Something like that, yeah. A while.
So he probably spent the first 2 just walking around getting used to seeing from 6 different perspectives at the same time.
Walking to walls with some of his bodies, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a weird power-up.
But it's apparently worked for him, because he ends up kicking Jiraiya's ass and cutting his arm off and stuff.
Mm.
And then Jiraiya has a flashback, near-death experience, to when he first met the Toad Sage, who told him his future, that he would train the destined child who would either save or destroy the world. Destiny. Destiny.
That's my, oh god, it's another prophecy sound.
Destiny. Destiny. No escaping, that's for me.
Neji was right.
Sort of.
Oh, crap.
We've made this discovery before, yeah.
Have we?
Yeah.
Yes.
I must have blocked it out.
It was your same reaction, too.
Right, so...
Jiraiya keeps on fighting and eventually figures out that how the Pain's bodies work. But he can't really tell anyone, because his throat got crushed by the big-ass strong one that's half robot, the Asura path. So
that totally makes sense.
Yeah, so as he's on the ground dying, he ends up carving with his chakra into Fukasku's back what he'd learned, but he had to do it in code because he only had so much time. And didn't want them finding out that he knew what he knew.
That's a pretty loyal summon that was just willing to be mutilated for a message.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, I mean, Orochimaru's summons suicide themselves on a regular basis. So, the dumbass snakes, they do that shit all the time.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
And Pain ends up killing him by knocking him into the bottomless lake that surrounds Ame. And Jiraiya drowns and dies.
Yeah, memory serves, we get a nice little flashback of, oh, this is the end of the tale of Jiraiya the Gallant and all that stuff.
Yep.
And he gets to sort of meditate on all of his regrets and that stuff. It's actually a pretty good scene. Well, I only saw it on the game, but, you know, it was a good scene.
Yeah.
And that's how Jiraiya died, and he is probably the most impactful death in the entire series.
Pretty much. Not that it's saying much, but it's still.
Yeah. I mean, Saratobi was significant, but we didn't actually get that much investment into him as a character.
He's the cool old man that ran the village.
That's pretty much all we knew about him.
That was his character.
Yeah. But Jiraiya, we spent a lot of time with getting to know, and how much of a dick he was, and how shitty a teacher he was. I need to get my soundboard up so I can actually do a decent funeral for the guy. Hang on.
Really?
That's Let's Play joke. Everyone can watch that. It's funny. Yeah, so... Yeah... That's pretty much that arc, and we don't really have anything else to go through for this episode, so... We're gonna go through questions. Right. So, someone was... Lockman was inundated with head puns for a little bit there because of the decapitation thing in Bleach.
Yeah, as can be expected.
Yeah. So, I've forgotten what the questions were, but I'm going to guess. Competence in Bleach. Synex Rise says, probably Mayuri was competent, paraphrasing, because he takes every chance to experiment on new things and upgrade his weapon.
It's true.
Yeah, he's competent.
Yeah. Creepy as fuck and pretty much just straight up token evil party member, but still competent. And for Naruto, we said, what village would we want to see a Naruto spin-off be about?
I feel we already answered that one, but one of the smaller ones, honestly.
Yeah, Synex Rise said Kiri, about the Bloodline Massacre and the Revolution, which is a pretty good answer. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because there would actually have to be ninja stuff, because guerrilla warfare. Just saying. You might have noticed how much I really wish this series was actually about ninja stuff.
You said guerrilla warfare, and you said ninjas, and now I'm imagining gorillas dressed up as ninjas.
There's probably a summon contract. Why has no one done a summon contract for that?
There is a monkey summon contract.
Yeah, that's true.
There needs to be more gorillas dressed up as ninjas.
They have
the most subtle of animals.
Which one is Saratobi's? So, which is is it Enma? Enma, yeah, Enma.
The Monkey King.
Yeah, Enma.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, but that's just one monkey. We need lots of monkeys.
Yeah. He turned into a staff.
Then he's no longer a monkey and doesn't count.
He's a monkey staff.
Well, the point is, you need a lot of monkeys. You need Planet of the Apes up in here.
You could say you need a barrel of monkeys.
Nobody's saying that.
Alright, Ethan F. says that Ulquiorra and Byakuya were probably the most competent of the bunch. both carrying out their orders pretty much without fail, the only black mark in their records being losing to the main character, and that's a little unfair.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Byakuya, iffy on the whole.
Yeah.
You know, my little sister is, accused of a somewhat minor crime and is being executed for it. Okay, that's cool by me. A little bit strange. Does not speak well of his competence, but, no, I don't know. That was really stupid. Why did he go through with that? But every other time he was pretty much competent, yes.
I don't know about competence, more like just his ability to think for himself.
I mean, all he had to do is fight every other time he's ever been around, so...
Yeah. And Ulquiorra... Yeah, pretty much. He pretty much knew what he was doing most of the time.
Who's that again?
He was the fourth Espada, the one that had 2 release forms.
Ah, right, yeah.
The one that crushed his eyeballs as some sort of surveillance device. It was really weird.
I keep thinking his name is spelled, or pronounced rather, with a harder Q sound.
It is, it's Ulquiorra.
Alright, yeah.
Ulquiorra. Yeah, he was pretty competent just throughout the entire thing. The only reason he lost was because Ichigo completely fucking lost control.
Oh, yeah.
Before that, he was winning handily. And once again, someone saying, Ethan saying we need to see a show from the Bloody Mist. Pretty popular answer.
It's a good answer.
Yeah. Hokkaido Master says Bleach. Gein's plan. Says, while it might be better to betray him sooner, he waited until Aizen had gotten to the point where he stopped using his Uber Zanpakuto. It's an interesting...
That's a good point, actually. I mean, the only reason it didn't work is because Aizen was broken-ass Aizen by that point. So
yeah.
Even after killing him, he didn't die.
Yeah.
He was unkillable by that point.
He did kill him, credit where it's due.
It's probably accurate that he wouldn't be able to kill him while he was holding the Zanpakuto, so... Yeah.
It was honestly his best chance to go at it. Like, right then when he tried, but wasn't enough.
It was unfortunate. Aizen actually planned it perfectly because the only reason he dropped his Zanpakuto was literally because he didn't need it anymore, not because he was overconfident that he didn't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Mayuri and Urahara are usually fun. Doesn't speak well for competence being fun, but Mayuri is pretty much competent, as we've said. Urahara...
No.
I'm not going to give him credit for that, no.
I'll explain why later.
Okay.
Because I think it's someone else's answer, too.
Rukia's fight with the Ninth Espada...
No.
No. No. And Uryu is pretty entertaining in his fights, doesn't really speak to competence either. Uryu was kind of a moron.
A little bit.
Throughout the entirety of the series, despite being the smart guy. Hey, let me open this hollow bait so we can be swarmed with hollows for the next 3 hours. That was a great plan, boss. Nice one.
Yeah, that was like pride getting the better of him, though. Not excusing it, just saying that's... Yeah.
Naruto, Land of Iron could use some fleshing out. The Samurai Village. In fairness, it would be more appropriate for the setting, so credit for that answer. I take it back. Maybe the main character or characters, for whatever reason, go against the grain of the samurai to use shinobi techniques. I don't know what that would change exactly. They pretty much do use shinobi techniques. It's called techniques. So, Stevens. Something about the eyes. I don't remember what we were talking about, so thanks for the answer, but I don't remember. Sorry. It was 2 weeks ago. Bleach, for a competent character, would have to go with both Urahara and Aizen. Granted, they both made stupid mistakes, such as Urahara hiding the Hogeku in Rukia, and Aizen believing he was invincible against final Getsuga Tensho Ichigo. much credit to me for pronouncing all those names correctly. The shadow war that spanned a century involved a lot of subtle manipulation. Urahara manipulated Ichigo's training to prepare him for the war with Aizen, and Aizen had control of the Central 46.
I'm going to say no on Aizen or Urahara again. He didn't manipulate Ichigo's training to prepare him for that.
No, he pretty much did next to nothing.
Yeah. The way that worked out was not intentional.
No.
He did not mean to turn him into a Vizard, and he didn't really train him afterwards. He just taught him how to not die against the Shinigami.
For Naruto, he would like to see the perspective of Tazuna's village in Wave Country and how it was progressed since the mission to Wave. Someone wrote a fic about that. It was about Inari and the Wave 5 or something like that. I never read it, but I know it exists. He would like it if the Whirlpool village would get revived with help from the major villages to serve as a seaport and a consolidated village with people from the 5 major villages. I don't quite know what to make of that at all.
He wants it to be like Republic City and Legend of Korra.
Okay. That would probably happen. Just saying. It would probably happen in canon at some point in the future. Because they went for the touchy-feely crap at the end. Kind of says, for Bleach, he would go for Gin being competent, hid his true intentions for 100 years, and did successful assassination on Aizen. Too bad it was a little too late, but he really couldn't have known he was immortal by then. True.
As mentioned, yeah.
That, to me, was maybe the competentest, most competent thing that was done in Bleach. Or maybe Ishin training Ichigo.
I would have liked to have seen that.
No. He's talking about the final Getsuga thing.
Alright. I thought that was like a story concept from the beginning.
No, that was literally Ishin training Ichigo in the last minute to kill Aizen.
Because he literally had no other choice.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. I don't think any parent wants their kid to have the weight of the world literally on their shoulders and to force them to murder to keep the world safe.
And become powerless. That sucks.
For Naruto, he would like to see it be from some small village or fringes that isn't even recognized as a hidden village, to see them struggle against the Great Five. Main protagonists would go out into the world to get acclaim for their village by proving they are the best and competing against ninja of Great Five. Huh. Okay, yeah, so like a minor village thing.
That was my answer, yeah.
Yeah. So, rain, grass, waterfall, that kind of thing. I have a message.
Any of the anime ones.
Yeah, vamp for a second.
Alright, need to sarcasm remarks when there isn't clear in my comments because I seem like a retard in case he reads it with the wrong meaning. Meaning blah 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 blah. The comment he made last time about Blood Tower. You're too hard on yourself, man. Alright? Just send in your comments and we will respond to them because that's what we do. We're for the people.
Yeah.
Sort of. I need to dick around in the comments a little more, honestly.
You don't post anything.
I'm so used to completely ignoring comment sections that I'm like, I roll around to the episode of the week and I realize that I have not looked at them at all. So I'm really sorry about that.
But wait a minute.
You asshat.
You don't. That makes me sad. Like they work hard coming up with answers they think that we'll like to see.
Yeah, I mean, the comments that we get are all really in depth. I mean, I haven't opened all these yet, and Neil's is 45 lines longer than is being shown.
Yeah. And I am
put a lot of effort in.
Our fans are so awesome. I mean, we have not had a filth comment section in ever, I think.
Yeah. Well, despite our best attempts.
Right.
I think that... You read all of Kanov's, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so... Neil says, for Bleach, the list of competent people would be Byakuya, we talked about. Mayuri, we talked about. Alright, and Naruto. He thinks the village it would be nice to see the Naruto manga from will be Kumo. Basically the second fiddle village.
Pretty much.
And the worst kidnappers ever.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Otogakure for the horror.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And Ame, the most peaceful town in Naruto-verse. In fairness, not entirely inaccurate.
1984.
Basically.
Are you allowed to be powerful in that village? Or if you get too powerful, do you become the new body for Pain?
Probably the latter, yeah. He needs to have spares, after all.
Apparently.
Well, he does, actually, because Jiraiya kills one, and thus it gets replaced.
I feel like Oto would be Uncle Orochimaru's horror picture show.
Pretty much.
Okay, his comments, this is going to take a little bit. So, after seeing that monk guy was alive, why didn't Orihime try to revive other people of Squad Zero? Good question.
Mm-hmm.
She apparently was okay with trying to revive the decapitated guy, but not the people that had stab wounds, so, you know.
Not decapitated, exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, he exploded.
Hmm. Well, decapitation was part of that. His head came off. That counts as decapitation. He thinks this still is Aizen's plan in action. He had foreseen, in quotes, I like that, nice touch, that after he was defeated, in quotes, again, nice touch, by Ichigo, the Quincy would re-emerge with Bach and kill the Soul King, and then the Shinigami would have to replace the Soul King with him to keep the balance or whatever. That's not actually that far-fetched.
It's not. I mean, the Soul King is just trapped.
It's far-fetched,
right?
But it's not far-fetched as far as Aizen goes.
Is it wrong that I want him back for this?
Not at all. I'd watch that, read that. I'd be okay with that.
Aside
it'd be
from
dumb, but it'd be a good kind of dumb.
What does the Soul King have any powers? I mean, he's just trapped in a crystal. So
I think he's like. You ever heard the concept of the dreamer?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Basically an anchor for the world, so he's in stasis so that the barriers to the different worlds stay up, kind of thing. I think the dreamer concept you're talking about is all of the world is just the dream of one man, and he has to stay asleep, so that the dream continues to live on, and such, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't remember any of this.
What?
The stuff about Data's arm.
Yeah, I was like, he got his arms back and couldn't explain how he got his own arms back. So he's pretty much saying he could have been since Kakashi pretty much blew them both up. Well, that doesn't explain how he got. One of them could be his, because Kakashi, did the eye thing. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, Izanagi. Or it's not Izanagi. Fuck it. Kamui.
Well, they share a dimension, if you remember, so Toby could easily have gotten it back.
You could have gotten one of them.
It is the same dimension, so yeah.
Yeah. Gar pulverized the other one, though.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to read this real quick. Akatsuki's plan was to offer their services to smaller villages at less price and use the money they collected as step one to fill the gap in prices. By doing this, they would put other villages out of commission and cement their place as the best mercenaries on the continent. Payne's plan was to use the statue as a nuclear deterrent equivalent to stop everyone from fighting each other and thus putting an end to the hidden village era and bringing peace to the elemental nations. Then, Toby came along with his, I'm going to use the moon to cast my uber-powerful Hax Genjutsu over the whole world, and fucked up the simplest plan by a villain ever.
Sort of.
Okay. Moving on, the 4th and 5th tails were caught by the time Hidan and Kakuzu went after Yugito, and 7th tail was caught in the time skip, I think. So only 6th, 8th, and 9 tails were left. Your comments on the 3 tails capture arc, wherein Orochimaru tries to catch a Biju with the personalized Pokeball. Naruto learned a combo technique with Gamatotsu and Tobi, and Deidara catches 3 tails. Goddamn, that was a paragraph. Okay. Also, once again, I'd like to give myself kudos for not stumbling on that paragraph at all. When he thinks of blood release, he thinks of Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender when she learns about blood bending in the last season. Abso-fucking-lutely. Also in the first season of Korra.
That was in the first season?
Of Legend of Korra, yeah.
Huh. Wow. They brought that up fast.
Well, it was already established, so...
Yeah.
Then my comment. And then we have Greek Guy. Hello, you caught up with Manga Reflux. So, competent character in Bleach. You always thought of Soifong, or Soifone, however you want to pronounce or spell it. She was very strong, fast, and a very competent martial artist. The only reason she lost against Yoruichi, despite being faster, a better fighter, and checkmating her with her Zanpakuto, is because Yoruichi basically had the final version of the Hakuda version on Bankai. Shunko. I don't think that's quite what it was, but sure.
There was also the whole emotional aspect of that fight, but yeah.
Yeah. She was also a professional assassin, that actually used sneak attacks and numbers to fight her opponents. Basically everything a ninja should be.
More of a ninja than Naruto.
Not that difficult.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm talking about the series in general.
And he says, then again, maybe after all the not ninjas of Naruto, maybe I wanted to see a proper ninja too much and I'm biased.
Hey,
so fair enough.
Can't blame you for that.
As for a story from a different village, then if we're talking about a sequel story, I would like to see Suna as the main village, probably having Gaara's son as a protagonist trained by a Kazekage that was competent, serious, and would actually care about him. I'll finish reading. He would end up as something like Sasuke without the emo, with a better personality and using actual jutsu, instead of the newest grab bag powers of Haringan, or Haxingan, my apologies. Reads very similar. So really nothing like Sasuke. If the story is not a sequel, I would have liked to see the Bloody Mist Village. So basically the story of the resistance in Mist doing the rebellion after the bloodline purges in Mist. A lot of people have said that.
I'm actually really surprised that wasn't, like, at least a one-off, like Kakashi's Gaiden thing.
That would have been interesting to see. I really would have liked to see the rebellion going on. Yeah. As for Gaara's son as a protagonist, it would really depend on the strength of the writing.
Yeah.
In itself, it's pretty much a pretty standard concept as they go. So it would very much depend on how strong the writing is and how strong the characters are. This is an answer to a previous question, but Sasuke's attire for me fell under the Orochimaru is a pedophile fanon interpretation. You spelled pedophile wrong and American. As a Greek person, you should feel ashamed. It has an A in it.
Okay, I spell words correctly, okay? I just don't say them correctly because I don't care.
I don't for either. I don't care.
Paedophile.
I know how to spell pedophile.
He doesn't, I'm correct.
Why are we talking about this?
Also, you don't because you're American and you would drop the A. Basically, Sasuke is his boy toy, and the bow is a combination of a tramp stamp and a bow tying on a present with the bow at a strategically placed location.
Ooh. Wow.
Well.
That's a good one.
That's okay. The Kursiki and Sasuke's drag form were added reasons to support this. For people wondering, the Kursiki and Sasuke's drag form is from the story It's for a Good Cause, I Swear. I read that one. Is that the time travel one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it
was a good story. Finally, since you're going through the series again, can you remember what the biggest act of intimacy in the show? I mean, we have all these couples, including married ones on screen, and the most we have are kisses on the cheek and hugs. Tsunade's lover comes back from the dead for a final goodbye, and all we see is a kiss on the forehead. Asuma and Kurenai are dating, and she ends up pregnant, and we only see them walking down the street, and no verification this is an actual date. I know this is supposed to be a series for children, but considering how unbelievable it is for couples to not even kiss properly, I think this is geared towards girls have cooties-aged boys. Okay. Little bit of culture thing. Japan are not big on public displays of affection at all.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, that's not a thing they do a lot. They leave that sort of stuff private. But aside from that, as for the age thing, pretty much, I mean, the series started for, the shonen crowd. Shonen as in young boys, so between maybe 8 and 15, somewhere around there. So the girls have cootie stage is not entirely inaccurate as well. Any other comments on that?
Man, I don't know what to talk about with the no shows of intimacy. I mean, couldn't you feel the love when Sasuke pumped Sakura in the forehead? That was passionate.
It was a very...
That's actually a point against the whole Salad being Sasuke's kid. That was a sibling gesture. We've established that.
It's a violent show of affection.
I suppose there was penetration on camera. It's just not the kind that you'd want to see. Arms being shoved into people.
Oh, I tell you what the biggest act of intimacy was. Fucking Kakashi with the 1,000 years of pain or death or whatever. Finger poking the arse.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That's intimate.
I feel like I feel like that technique should have been used to finally, for the final battle. Just that technique is used to solve everything.
That becomes the new Rasengan.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I still say that was pretty good.
The Naruto versus Sasuke battle finally comes so close when Naruto does something unpredictable.
There's already some homosexual undertones. We don't need actual confirmation.
So he's doing it so he can shove his hand up and then pull the stick out, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have a question for Bleach for obvious reasons. So the question for Naruto is going to be, what was the worst part of Itachi's plan? I mean, I know a lot of people are probably going to say the drug-induced stupor in which he tortured Sasuke accidentally.
That's pretty great.
But, try to keep it varied. Think of something that we're not going to think of.
Be fun.
Be fun. Yeah. Good call. Okay, our answers for the questions. So, competence in Bleach. Go.
Shit.
Ken, you had some ideas on why Urahara and... Yeah, Urahara.
Why he sucks? Think about how many of his plans have actually worked. Nothing he's ever done has actually worked.
Not the Hoku apparently worked.
Yeah, that was it still failed.
It did what it was intended to do, though.
Still a fail.
That wasn't really a plan. That was him inventing stuff because science.
Yeah.
Well, he was competent in his field then, at least. Just not at the whole Shadow War thing. And really, who can say they are competent in Shadow Warfare, really?
Aizen. And Yuha.
Apparently, yes. Yuha Bach is not competent in anything. He just has fucking shed loads of power, that's all.
Yeah. When you're that powerful, you can just kind of force everything to work.
Shed loads of power and inexplicable followers.
That is a subtle mustache. That mustache screams subtle genius, okay?
No, it doesn't. That mustache screams mariachi band.
That mustache screams ace of spades to me.
Oh, references.
Yay.
Alright,
Chad was a pretty good best friend. So he's
That's not really confidence. That's a human being. Tatsuki was pretty competent.
Was she?
True.
In the things that she did, yes.
Well, she was a competent human being. The second things got supernatural, she got overpowered, but when it was purely human threats, I mean, she handled herself just fine.
Orihime? No. Uryu? No.
No.
Chad? Not really. Yoruichi?
No.
Not really.
No.
The Visor? No. Christ, no. Fucking Jesus.
The Bounce?
No. What was the bounce plan again?
I don't even know.
Something about destroying Soul Society and taking...
I remember the bounce wanted to invade Soul Society, and then there was a Shinigami with a soul shotgun or something. That's about all I remember.
All I remember is Uryu skate, like, on air. It's graceful.
Kukaku Shiba. She shoots fireworks, and every time she shot something off, it's gotten to where it was going. So
that's a good point.
Good one. I like that answer.
Yeah.
She makes things go boom real nice.
No.
Yamamoto.
Kai? No.
Yamamoto?
Shinsui? Maybe?
Does he have plans? Does he... I mean... He beats Stark, but...
That his entire power set is based on luck, basically.
Yeah.
And you can't even really call him competent, because almost anything he does related to authority is always chalked up to his lieutenant, the Now.
Sasuke.
What did he do other than die?
He died spectacularly. And he got his face kicked in by Ichigo.
I don't know who that is.
The first division lieutenant.
Oh, him. Okay, yeah.
Who had the second
it could be assumed
mustache.
that he runs his division fine, but...
Look, he's competent just because he grew a mustache that was strong enough to threaten Yubak into killing him first.
I have the perfect answer.
What?
Burn a finger.
Yes! Done!
What did he do? Well, I guess he did.
He hasn't lost a fight.
He hasn't lost a fight, yeah.
I'm going to ignore you and say Yubak's mustache.
That's a lame, easy answer. Of course that thing's competent. Look at it. It's amazing.
Yeah, he did beat Hitsugaya, and then Hitsugaya got zombified. So, burn a finger.
Yeah.
Damn it, he's dead. I completely forgot Hitsugaya was dead. Or whatever happened to him.
Yeah.
Zombified.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with burn a finger. Zero, you got anyone?
I'm trying to think of some of the Arankars, but...
They're not competent.
No.
I mean...
None of them.
I'm tempted to throw Ulquiorra out there, but he wasn't really...
He was, as we said, he was competent. He just got stupidly overpowered by a guy he was beating soundly before that.
He didn't even need to transform the second time to win that fight. He just did it because he could.
Yeah. So, yeah. And none of the others were any good. Even Arurieri.
Well,
you just like saying that. You didn't even mean that answer. You just like saying that.
Well, I mean, Clarabelle wasn't losing her fight. Aizen just turned on her.
Yeah, she was winning, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bastard.
So Oh, you're just mad because she was stacked.
She was.
That helped.
I don't know, the giant shark jaw bone thing was kind of a turn off, I'll be honest.
Dude, you gotta get over it.
You know that one chick from Mortal Kombat? It's like the same thing, just put a mask over it.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah.
It is a mask.
And then she takes it off, and then it's all bad from there.
It's fine.
Ugh.
You can ignore it.
As long as you don't, like, go for a blowjob or something.
You're paying attention to the wrong part of her anyway.
Yeah, you know, Melina's sort of sexy, but she's kind of got a butterface.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, I got
anyway. What was the other question? Oh, yeah. What village would you rather see a series from in a Naruto spin-off?
I'm just going to stick with the smaller village. Yeah.
But which one?
Any of them, honestly. I mean, they're all pretty much the same.
Yeah, I mean, we see the most of Waterfall, but that one kind of sucked.
Oh, yeah.
And it would inevitably be about Fu.
I'd be fine with that.
I'd probably go with Kusa.
What do you know about that place at all?
Very little, except that they're very much not allied with Konoha.
I've never even seen a grass ninja, except for the ones that got killed in the cheating exam.
Every grass ninja we've seen has gotten just murked.
Exactly. They are the ultimate underdog.
So much underdogs that we don't even know what they do.
Karine was from Kusa, wasn't she, originally?
Yes. She was apparently in the tuning exam as well. See, that's the thing, though. They're an underdog because the village is an underdog, and no one really gives a shit about them. So you could have a decently strong protagonist for once, who doesn't have to be the fucking underdog every time.
That's a good point. You know what we need? A guy from Star Village that's been mutated so he has like 3 arms or something.
Well, so he can be part of Pain's summon contract?
Yeah. Or just some really stupid mutation that's just like something he has to deal with. Or she. A third boob.
I'm going to throw out my vote for Kiri because I always want to know what the other swords were because there were all those legendary swords and crap.
I saw them.
Yeah, we saw them.
Yeah, I know, but I want to see all of them and be like, oh man, you gotta get these legendary swords, and have a character be like, oh man, I got these legendary swords, and I like swords.
Most of them are really stupid.
Yeah, the
fucking
pretty paper bomb one. Jesus.
But you know what? Zabuza's sword was pretty good. I'd be okay with that.
Zabuza's was pretty good. The fucking I forget what the
one that
twin electric swords are.
The one that Chojo had was pretty cool.
I don't. Did they? I can't remember. They made the swords there, right? What was it doing with the swords? Yeah. I'd like to see them make more swords there because I like swords.
They probably have to at this point.
Go ahead.
Also, Zabuza's is practical. Sure, it's a giant friggin' sword, so it's hard to use, but if it breaks, which it inevitably will, you can repair it.
Yes.
By killing people with it.
The paper bomb sword, on the other hand, not so much.
Not so much, yeah.
Or the one that sews people together. If there was
you could tell he was out of ideas. I mean,
I'd like to see a whole Kiri story with a main character that has a unique, newly minted, fresh off the line sword.
No, I want a character that has all 7 of those swords and doesn't get any other powers throughout the series. He just has to use those 7 swords somehow to win every fight he's in.
That's actually really cool. I'd like to see that too.
That fighting style would make no sense.
Exactly.
You know they were out of ideas by the time they were doing the 7 swords, though, right? I mean,
yeah, a little bit.
They gave the fucking lightsaber to Konoha.
That was confusing, yes. Why did that never come up again? Like,
because it broke.
They summoned the guy. They should have had one.
Hey, where's my sword? They kind of broke it. Like,
It's somewhere. It doesn't work anymore.
Some dude stole it and used it on me, so I had to break it. Really? You broke my sword? I hope you're making me another one. You know how to make a lightsaber?
It's pretty hard.
You're gonna learn.
First, you need to find one of these crystals.
Oh god, and they cost 80,000 credits on the galactic market.
I would love a manga like that to just devolve into how expensive things are to make like that. Somebody breaks somebody's weapon and like, you asshole, do you have any idea how much that cost?
You're going to be trapped on a space station for a week, and it's going to be a bad time all around.
And, yeah, moving back to Kiri.
Yeah.
It has a high number of missing nin, so that's got a lot of potential right there, you know? Yeah, go track down all the missing ninja and kill them all.
They do that everywhere.
I know, but it's like...
Because bounties.
Yeah, but more of an emphasis on that.
A noir detective story in Naruto.
Yeah! Awesome. Detective ninjas. Let's do it.
Can everyone be a ninja? You just wear a headband and then act however you want?
Basically.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we're done. Question, once again, is what was the worst part of Itachi's plan? You have so many options to choose from.
You have a lot.
So, go nuts. Alright, so I guess that does it for this episode of Manga Reflux. We'll see you next time, next week, when hopefully we'll have a chapter of Bleach to go over, and we can deal with the pain arc.
Yay.
Sorry, the pain fighting guy mission.
Whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. See ya.
Later.
See ya.
See ya.